I'm weaker than John. I'm weaker than John. After that, I realized that I made a mistake. After that, I realized that I made a mistake. It does not match. It does not match. I felt rejected. I felt rejected. Please don't be me. Please don't be me. Are there many people in the park? Are there many people in the park? Definitely. Definitely. You can appreciate. You can appreciate. The restaurant is very expensive but the food is very tasty. The restaurant is very expensive but the food is very tasty. The legacy of their success will always be remembered. The legacy of their success will always be remembered. The message was sent to the wrong recipient. The message was sent to the wrong recipient. A writer should write as he should breathe. A writer should write as he should breathe. Occasionally once. Occasionally once. Despite the delay, we came to the party with pleasure. Despite the delay, we came to the party with pleasure. He studies hard for the exam. He studies hard for the exam. Trustworthy. Trustworthy. Can't I be a filmmaker at sunset? Can't I be a filmmaker at sunset? Write about the definition of mindful eating. Write about the definition of mindful eating. Our daughter is a comedian. Our daughter is a comedian. Whose watch is this? Whose watch is this? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Now you can take off your helmet. Now you can take off your helmet. Approximately. Approximately. Did you forget? Did you forget? Why don't we invite our friends over for a game night? Why don't we invite our friends over for a game night? Ships after 4 weeks. Ships after 4 weeks. I shouldn't have brought a baby like that into your life. I shouldn't have brought a baby like that into your life. Was my stepbrother a pharmacist? Was my stepbrother a pharmacist? I am going. I am going. He is very skilled at playing the piano. He is very skilled at playing the piano. Your brother's air traffic controller. Your brother's air traffic controller. Learning a musical instrument is difficult. Learning a musical instrument is difficult. If it rained, we would watch movies at home. If it rained, we would watch movies at home. Then, I could hear the sound of waves crashing against the shore. I could hear the sound of waves crashing against the shore. I have too many clothes in my closet. I need to break up. I have too many clothes in my closet. I need to break up. What have you done? What have you done? You can kiss later. You can kiss later. I don't like the color purple. I don't like the color purple. I've already watched the new movie. I've already watched the new movie. He has a strong work ethic. He has a strong work ethic. Doesn't he have to travel? Doesn't he have to travel? A sandwich would be great. A sandwich would be great. Your grandfather is a cleaner. Your grandfather is a cleaner. Will he dive? Will he dive? He was in the kitchen preparing dinner for his family. He was in the kitchen preparing dinner for his family. It is my sister who is seen talking on the phone. It is my sister who is seen talking on the phone. This is cheap for New York. This is cheap for New York. Should it come in 2 minutes? Should it come in 2 minutes? You must make a reservation for dinner. You must make a reservation for dinner. With. Nobody had their own computer in those days. Nobody had their own computer in those days. If it had a better camera, it would take better pictures. If it had a better camera, it would take better pictures. Your relatives were jewelers. Your relatives were jewelers. This is the shop where I bought my new shoes. This is the shop where I bought my new shoes. I can kiss. I can kiss. Did they bank at noon? Did they bank at noon? She is a compassionate caregiver. She is a compassionate caregiver. If I were a writer, I would write best-selling novels. If I were a writer, I would write best-selling novels. He had always dreamed of being a pilot, and he finally did. He had always dreamed of being a pilot, and he finally did. They wouldn't cook it every year. They wouldn't cook it every year. Did not usually teach. Did not usually teach. Then can't I see. Then can't I see. They watch TV in the evenings. They watch TV in the evenings. Separate. Separate. May indicate annually. May indicate annually. Can't he create? Can't he create? So basically. So basically. They want it at dawn. They want it at dawn. I've already seen the Eiffel Tower. I've already seen the Eiffel Tower. They had to advance through the crowd. They had to advance through the crowd. The question was asked by the student. The question was asked by the student. They will be playing tennis this weekend. They will be playing tennis this weekend. Could you pass me the salt, please? Could you pass me the salt, please? If you can dream it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. One, I'm going to the gym. One, I'm going to the gym. She was taking a bath when the water got cold. She was taking a bath when the water got cold. You should not take. You should not take. I have two sisters. I have two sisters. His stepson was an undertaker. His stepson was an undertaker. Mary is the nicest person I know. Mary is the nicest person I know. How many bottles do you have? How many bottles do you have? Surveys. Surveys. Take a shower when the sea comes home. Take a shower when the sea comes home. They can become beekeepers after 4 weeks. They can become beekeepers after 4 weeks. I watch movies when I'm bored. I watch movies when I'm bored. I wish he had attended the wedding ceremony. I wish he had attended the wedding ceremony. Next year I will go on vacation with my family. Next year I will go on vacation with my family. Can't they connect every month? Can't they connect every month? Don't you touch. Don't you touch. Can you meet at noon? Can you meet at noon? I think I'd like truffles. I think I'd like truffles. To trust. To trust. I wish he hadn't missed his flight. I wish he hadn't missed his flight. Number of topics. Number of topics. Should we strictly follow these guidelines? Should we strictly follow these guidelines? I will send it at night. I will send it at night. Had he known the answer, he would have raised his hand. Had he known the answer, he would have raised his hand. Aren't we hiding? Aren't we hiding? They had planned to ski, but the slopes were closed due to snow. They had planned to ski, but the slopes were closed due to snow. Can be a hairdresser every year. Can be a hairdresser every year. They'll be visiting their grandparents next weekend. They'll be visiting their grandparents next weekend. Where can I find snack bars? Where can I find snack bars? He is studying for the geography exam. He is studying for the geography exam. Can you lend me your phone charger, please? Can you lend me your phone charger, please? Actually, what John was talking about is over. We are very successful in this business. Actually, what John was talking about is over. We are very successful in this business. Is it open? Is it open? I have a pain in my arm. I have a pain in my arm. If we should. I need to buy a new canister vacuum cleaner. I need to buy a new canister vacuum cleaner. I'm so excited for the weekend. I'm so excited for the weekend. Different variations. Different variations. Will you join the party? Will you join the party? We should have saved more money for the holidays. We should have saved more money for the holidays. He visited London last year. He visited London last year. Can you confess? Can you confess? This time tomorrow I will be working on my project. This time tomorrow I will be working on my project. I will be studying English at university next year. I will be studying English at university next year. We are planning to go on vacation next month. We are planning to go on vacation next month. Can you recommend a good toothpaste brand? Can you recommend a good toothpaste brand? Did I hide every year? Did I hide every year? Would we normally notice? Would we normally notice? I'll take a room with 2 beds. I'll take a room with 2 beds. Can't usually eat? Can't usually eat? Didn't he object? Didn't he object? To practice. To practice. Can't we let? Can't we let? The decision was influenced by the manager. The decision was influenced by the manager. The team will compete in the championship next week. The team will compete in the championship next week. We have the food delivered to our door. We have the food delivered to our door. If you hurry, you'll catch the train. If you hurry, you'll catch the train. What is the end of the topic? What is the end of the topic? His relatives are lieutenants? His relatives are lieutenants? If we hurry, we can catch the last train. If we hurry, we can catch the last train. I am working as an executive engineer at ABCDE Company. I am working as an executive engineer at ABCDE Company. He said he will start a new job next week. He said he will start a new job next week. Can you pass me the newspaper? Asked. Can you pass me the newspaper? Asked. Wouldn't he be a sheriff at noon? Wouldn't he be a sheriff at noon? Your son is collecting donations. Your son is collecting donations. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss. I am not a daily commitment. I am not a daily commitment. They set up a vegetable garden to grow their own food. They set up a vegetable garden to grow their own food. How many days are there in a week? How many days are there in a week? If you had called a plumber, the pipe wouldn't have burst. If you had called a plumber, the pipe wouldn't have burst. Children are playing in the park. Children are playing in the park. Evaluate the technology. Evaluate the technology. After 3 months, you should be a weightlifter. After 3 months, you should be a weightlifter. Will you be able to finish the project by Friday? Will you be able to finish the project by Friday? I'm the cat sleeping on the couch. I'm the cat sleeping on the couch. They do not speak German. They do not speak German.